All right, y'all. I got a special one for y'all today. Now I normally don't like to live in a hypothetical world, but I'm finna go dive in it today because we going back to the Harry Potter franchise. I did an in-depth analysis on one of my favorite characters, second favorite, which is Lord Voldemort. Now we finna dive deep in because I think this is an underrated, slept-on topic that people, mainly Gryffindors, don't want to talk about. Because I know the movies, the books, it talk about Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and definitely Slytherin as the evil antagonist. But it favors you to feel like you Gryffindor. But with me, I know flat out, I'm Slytherin. That's just me. Intelligent, a go-getter, hungry for knowledge, hungry for power, with a mean streak. Fuck all that bravery bullshit Gryffindor talking about. So you can have all that from Slytherin and more. That ain't our number one quality. But this ain't even about disrespecting houses, because I fuck with Gryffindor. This is just basically, when I do a Harry Potter video or anything outside of my normal horror, I'm going to title it whatever it may be. This franchise, episode 1. So this is going to be basically Harry Potter episode volume 1. So every time I do a Harry Potter video, it's going to be episode 2, 3, 4, and so forth and so on. Excuse me. Like and subscribe. Comment. Let me know how you feeling about the content. Let me know what you thinking and what I should do next. Or whatever. And I'll get up on it. I'll respond to every comment if they comment. But to me, one thing that's never been talked about much in this franchise or even discussed, it's been talked about, but it's C-level product. It's the B side of the story. And that's Tom Riddle Sr. and James Potter, the father of the Dark Lord and the father of the Chosen One, the one who lived, the boy who lived, the damn baby who lived, however you want to call it. Now I'm going to start off with Tom Riddle Sr. and Voldemort, because they are the basically villains, antagonists of the franchise, and I feel get a bad rap. Not Voldemort. This motherfucker killed babies and tried to kill baby Harry. The shit he do, yeah, he a villain. But for every dope boy, for every killer, for every prostitute, for every whore or hooker, it's a backstory that led them into that adult life. And that could be a key to why you get murderers, rapists, killers. I'm sorry for saying that. But this is why you get the scum of the scum. Backstories matter. And I'm going to start with Tom Riddle Sr. He was an affluent, you know what I'm saying, handsome, spoiled, rich kid from Little Hangington. And that's basically in England, London. He grew up with the parents Thomas and Mary Riddle. So I'm finna just go with muggles and half-bloods and pure-bloods. Muggles are normal human, non-magical. Now muggles can have a magical child. We got half-bloods where a mom or dad is magical and a mom and dad is not. So one magical, one not. So their child is a half-blood. Half magical parent, half not. And then we got a pure blood, which is what James Potter is. He from 2 magical parents. Lily Potter is a muggle witch, where neither one of her parents was magical. That's what makes Harry a half-blood, where his mother was a muggle, his father was a pure blood. You get what I'm saying? So Tom was raised, and muggles and witches and wizards can live alongside each other. It's not like it's a war like that happened ages and centuries ago in the Harry Potter folklore. But they can live alongside witches and wizards and, you know what I'm saying, get along fairly well, long as no incidents happen. Which does happen with the Gaunts and the Riddles. Tom Riddle Sr. was just like, he get a bad rap for being mean, arrogant, snobbish. But this is nothing that I view being an average middle class person as nothing. All kids born rich as hell, silver spoon in their mouth, mom and dad spoiled them, never was told no. Think about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids, or Kanye and Kim Kardashian kids. These kids done had everything they wanted their entire life. They'd never been told no, probably never been whooped or grounded. This is the life of a rich kid. They gonna have a personality of, I'm better than you. I've been born and bred to be a leader or rich or famous or powerful. So they always have that persona that I can't hold against none of them. It's like you ain't born racist. You taught it from your parents. And that's what it is with rich kids. They taught the lifestyle and the snobbiness from their parents. And that's why I give him a pass. He wasn't doing nothing abnormal. He wasn't like shooting people or, you know what I'm saying, he was a muggle, so he didn't have no magical skills. But he wasn't just like buying up the countryside to get people he didn't deem desirable away. Because he didn't like the Gaunts, because they was like living in his area, but they was dirty, raggedy, poor, and they wizards from a prestige family in the wizarding world. But he could have said, you know what, I'm tired of seeing this little dirty shack. Pops, buy them out. Get them the fuck up out of here. He didn't. He had just ride his little white horse past him looking good as a motherfucker, and Mary P. can't own him. So I look at him like a victim, because now we get to Mary P. Gaunt. Like I said, Mary P. Gaunt is really part of her, she married Tom Riddle, but she from the Gaunt family, which is a prestige family in the Harry Potter universe. She was kind of like unattractive. I don't want to say ugly, but unattractive, shy, standoffish. Her magical powers was kind of hit and miss. She wasn't a squib, but she was, you know what I'm saying, her brother Morphin and father Marvolo used to just be on her ass constantly, scolding her, keeping her in line. Pure blood mania, and that also took energy out of her magical ability. But she was always infatuated with Tom Riddle Sr., Voldemort's father. One day, I don't know, I ain't big with the books. Not like I don't like them, because I love them. But I wasn't growing up with them where I know about them, but not every single detail or every single plot point or every person that wasn't in the movie or had a minor role in the movie that was a bigger role in the books. I don't know all of that like somebody else can tell you, but from what I do know is she somehow got the love potion on Tom Riddle Sr. He fell in love with her, infatuated with you. It don't make people fall in love. It make them infatuated with you, and you can basically do what you do with them. And like I said, if this was a man doing this to a woman, it would be way more despicable. But the Harry Potter universe, the fandom, don't even care about this as a factor that affected Baltimore. They just look at it as, oh well, it's just storyline. But this is, if he did this to her and she was the beautiful person and Tom Riddle Sr. was an ugly man who had no chance of hell getting her, it'd be way worse. Nobody care about this aspect, because this is key to Baltimore's life. This is where I'm finna get into hypotheticals, because if you know the lore, you know the lore. I got a thing I call hypothetical situations with Tom Riddle not becoming a Dark Lord or nothing, and Harry becoming a Dark Lord. Situation 1. Mary P never takes the love potion off of Tom Riddle Sr. She just feel like, I got a family, I got a son, I got him, but I don't think he ever really loved me, so I'm going to keep doing this the rest of my life. She do that the rest of their life, they live happily ever after. Raising Tom with Marvolo is the same situation it would be as if James and Lily raised Harry. Harry would have been a different boy from, I know people think he would have been great whatever. No, it's not that easy to just say that. Harry became great because of the Dursleys not knowing the wizarding world and being humble as a muggle life. Growing up rich, all that money he had, you seen all the money he had at the Goblet's bank? Like, he was rich. Growing up with his mom, she'd have been more like Narcissa was with Lucius. Like, you know what I'm saying? James would have been telling Harry how to act and what to do. She would have been an influence, but she would have played her role. because they play their roles in other countries, unlike American black women. She wouldn't have been influencing Harry. She'd had influence on him as a mother, obviously, like Narcissa had on Draco. But the motto would have been Lucius, what it was for Draco. It'd have been James for Harry. Back to Baltimore, though. She never takes the love potion off of Tom Riddle Sr. They live happily ever after, and Tom becomes great, maybe Minister of Magic this way, because he growing up half blood. He got all the smarts, intelligence. He know his family heritage. He got the gaunt ring. He don't gotta kill them. He good. He could be one of the greatest wizards ever over Dumbledore in this situation. Situation number 2, a little darker, where she take the love potion off of him, and he leave her, Mary Gaunt, but he take his son out of just like, I'm disgusted with her, what she done to me, but this is my son. I'm rich. He may not even get raised in the wizarding world. He still may get raised in the wizarding world, but this is open for interpretation. Like and comment and subscribe what you think situation 2 would be, where she takes the love potion off of Tom Riddle Sr. He's disgusted and leave her, but with his money and influence, he take his son and raise him by himself with his mom and dad, however. Tom Riddle Jr. can still go to Hogwarts and all of that, but the story is completely different. Mary Gaunt dies of a broken heart. Tom know about his mom and father, though, so he can still have evil intentions or good intentions or whatever. That's more of the open end. The third one, it's kind of fugazi. It's most likely not likely, but I did it just to do it. She take the love potion off of Tom. He still loves her and they stay together. And this is similar to the second situation where it's interpreted however you want. She take the love potion off him. At first he's disgusted, but he realized, damn, I've been with her for a few years. We got a son. I might as well stay with her. I'm already rich. And this makes Baltimore also, he know his parents, he know his heritage, he know the Gaunts, he know he from prestige muggle home and a prestige wizarding home, so he can still become evil, dislikeful, distasteful, or he can become great in this situation. All I'm saying is, you don't get Baltimore if he even know that his father was betrayed by his mother, or if he knew or raised with him. His mentality was, I wasn't wanted. I can't feel love because how I was born. But he don't even know that part about the love potion with his mom and dad. If he'd had any inclination of his lifestyle or grew up with any one of his parents or both, I don't think we get the Dark Lord. Now we moving on to Harry. Oh my damn God. Because James, I'm going to be honest, fam. When Baltimore went in there to kill them, I didn't feel nothing for James because I'm not a Snape guy. Snape a asshole. You wanted Lily, yeah, she liked you, she had love for you, but she chose James. You couldn't get over that. I know they used to bully you, almost got you murdered, you know what I'm saying, with the werewolf and Lupin. I get all that. And James actually saved your life in that aspect. But James was just a relentless bully to me. And this is what happened when you raise rich, prestige family. The Potters is a prestige family. His grandparents are unknown, but his parents was rich. He the only child. He grew up in to the parents Flormont and Infamilia Potter, a prestige family, pure blood in the Harry Potter folklore lore. Now, other things that can create narcissistic sons of bitches is being the only child. If you your mom and dad only child, the mama don't got outside kids, the dad don't got outside kids, you both of they only focuses, and they rich, you really finna do what you want, get what you want, never hear no. And that's how James grew up. Spoiled, bullied. But I can't just shit on James like he was some kind of asshole motherfucker, like he was some kind of Slytherin Dark Lord, because he got many accomplishments. The Marauders map, to make something like that in your teenage years, and that was impressive. He's an Order of Phoenix member, high-ranking member, a Quidditch seeker like Harry was, and if he was anything on Harry level, then he was cold as fuck. And a Magi, which is, I seen somebody do something, Harry Potter Folklore or Harry Potter Theories, one of those YouTube channels did a potion on how to become an Animagi. This shit take like a month or two to do this. You gotta like sit a rooster on a frog egg. Like it take process to become a Animagi. I said that wrong, fucked up. I wish I could edit it. And his Animagi was a prong, which was a deer, to help Lupin and all the Marauders. You know what I'm saying? The rat and Pettigrew and all them, you get it. Black was the wolf. Yeah. So this dude was talented. But he didn't care about schooling because he was intelligent and smart. But he bullied Snape to the point where it was like, damn. It's like you bullying him because you know your chick kinda dig him in a way. Lily wasn't gonna ever be with Snape, but if Snape didn't get into dark arts, who knows? They could have been together. But it seemed like James was jealous of their friendship so much, it made him go harder on Snape. So when you see Order of Phoenix flashbacks with Harry and the legitimacy test that Snape giving him, you like, God damn. This gives you no right to bully on Hermione and Ron and the students and Harry most of all. But goddamn, imagine you got bullied by a motherfucking school, now you got to teach their son. I mean, it wouldn't matter to a normal person. But some people might be bitter or spiteful and try to trip your son every now and then or trip him up with classes. But I mean, this ain't about Snape. This is about James. And those are things that I think that Lily even didn't like about James. What turned James over is he loved the fuck out of Lily so much that it was things that he had to step up to her level to even fuck with her. He chose that, so I gotta give him his credit. But now we finna get to the situations of Harry. All this shit is hypothetical, like I said from the beginning, because they gotta die to create Voldemort to go away and try to kill Harry and all. The books don't happen without these deaths and these things happening. But I'm just making hypotheticals just to make hypotheticals. I only got 2 situations for Harry because it's a little harder to come up with Harry's compared to Voldemort's. But situation 1 is Harry is just a normal Gryffindor with a more of a Draco personality, growing up in a pureblood house as the only child, privilege. You got other pureblood families like Crabbe and Goyle. Like he might have been cool with them. Now, I don't know about cool with them, but kids like that, pure blood family kids, because he growing up. He ain't growing up with the Dursleys. Him and his cousin, they ain't even cool, because, you know what I'm saying, Lily and Petunia wasn't cool, and James and Dudley didn't like each other. So he probably don't even fuck with them at all. And I think Harry would have still, he got a good heart naturally, but I think he would have still been a little Draco-ish, where, you know what I'm saying, I just think that. Because you see how when he immersed himself with Ron them, they couldn't do no wrong. He was, when he got his squad, his friends, his people he loyal to them through the bone, right or wrong. And they rarely ever wrong anyway, but he with them. Situation 2 is, he got connections to Salazar, the Mayor Piquant, Salazar Slytherin, the ancestors go back to the Potters. This situation is, Harry grew up great, privileged, rich. He started dabbling into dark arts because it's just like, he is Slytherin. He's not Gryffindor in this. He's not a Gryffindor with a Draco personality. He get drafted into Slytherin. So there's no Ron Hermione connection. He's cool with Draco because he's Slytherin, but he even meaner than Draco. He take Crabbe and Goyle as his goonies. You know what I'm saying? He got Draco as his #1 lackey besides Crabbe and Goyle. He hear about Dumbledore's escapades, Grindelwald, and he say, I'm from the Salazar Slytherin Gaunt ancestry. I don't want to be Minister of Magic. I'm finna show y'all I can take this to another level. Maybe the prophecies are different in this timeline where it says a Potter mixed with a Slytherin mixed with a Gaunt will become the most powerful magical wizard ever. And Harry assumed that's him. Who we got to combat him at this point? Tom Riddle, maybe it'd be a good character. Oh, Dumbledore, he maybe headmaster at this time instead of Dumbledore. That's it though, y'all. If y'all like and subscribe and give me a bunch of likes, because I don't get a lot of comments, I can continue this. But for now, this is What If Harry Potter Episode 1. James Potter versus Tom Riddle Sr. and their offsprings. ZZ the King. And I'm out. Like and subscribe. I'll be back with another one soon.